Welcome back to Daybreak Extra. Now, right now, like I said, we'll be opening the phone call to talk to you about witchery accusations, tales or real. Now, if you should ask a group of Nigerians, do you believe in magic or witchcraft? The majority of them would actually tell you they do. And some might even go ahead to narrate how they witnessed certain, unverifiable persons transform to different animals. I mean, we've seen situations where people will see, and is it oak? Well, that one with the big eyes. Thank you. And then they will start telling you, okay, that's a bad omen. That could be someone or witch or a cat and all that situations. So no, that is how superstitious, some Nigerians can be, and Africans also. Or maybe there is truly witchcraft, in the multicultural West African country. But recently, there has been a lot of stories trending about, witchery in some states in the northern part of Nigeria and also in the eastern part, where children and women are accused of being a witch. So a situation that is really baffling. We have states like Kaduna, Kano, Adamawa, Anambra, and all that situation, which is a really, really sad situation there. So right now, the question, Chiamaka, is: do you really believe in the witchcraft thing happening? Because we've seen situation of that happened in Anambra State.
What did you diss me to it?
We saw a situation of Anambra where a couple were arrested for starving their 2-year-old baby because the pastor told them that the baby is a witch and the baby deserves to die, or rather in a more phraseable way, the baby does not deserve to live. Okay. And the authority on that case. And we've heard situations from Kano, Kaduna, and Adamawa that has been trending on social media, where people are saying, when people come to your house to say, please, can I use the restroom? You don't know these people from Adam. Or they tell you, please, can you offer me water? That they would just pick someone from the house and bewitch the person, and the person would collapse. And there was a situation of someone reporting with a voice note saying, I witnessed it in my own house, and they held on to one girl, Nana, and then when the father slapped the woman confessed that, oh yeah, and then she did something and the girl woke up again. So situations like that are happening.
So in the good book of the Christian religion, there's a phrase that people use a lot, which I'm sure that pastor used for the couple and their daughter. It says, suffer not a witch to live. Now, unfortunately, it means that the Bible says that there are witches. Then we're going to take it from that statement alone, But I am more concerned for someone who went through pregnancy for 9 months and gave birth and didn't have any trouble during childbirth. Maybe it was an easy delivery, and then some person tells you that the child you carried for 9 months, birthed, probably had postpartum depression for about a few months, at 2 years of age is a witch.
And you should kill, no.
So this pastor does not do deliverance, because I thought deliverance
which is true. That's also a solution.
So why did you try to deliver? Why is your own option straight to suffer not a witch to live?
Well, we would like to hear from you, of course, so please do make sure to call the number that will be displayed on your screen, and you can send in your WhatsApp messages. That is, if you can reach us, or if you cannot call, you can send in your WhatsApp messages to tell us, what is happening, what's your take on this particular situation. And Chiamaka, there's also a recent one that a child also, at that point, the baby was 2 years, and I think it was in Cross River or Akwa Ibom, I can't remember right now. And the parents told the girl, who was underage at that time, because she said she was raped by an older man and she was 15, and her 2-year-old baby, she was asked to abandon him somewhere because the baby was branded a witch. So after then, should I say the NGOs, the Western organization, a lady, a white woman, came and took that baby in. So after 5 years...
Was that child we saw the picture trending one time?
Yes, exactly.
She was feeding water
exactly.
To? That was the story behind that?
So after 5 years now, the baby met the mother finally. And people are even blaming the mother without hearing the full story. But then situations like this happen. I mean, the people that should have protected, that child were the parents, should I say the grandparent of that child, because even the mother was a baby at that time, 15-year-old.
You said Akwa Ibom, right?
Yes.
I'm not trying to this, but most times we hear the stories from that side a lot of, at least 3 stories I've heard about this person's a witch. The woman fell down from the sky. The bird was flying. She hit the electric wire. Boom! There's a woman on the floor. You know. So.
Oh my God, it's getting interesting. Okay, right now we have a caller already. Good morning, Usman.
Hello?
Yeah, Usman from Yola. Go ahead with your thoughts. Good morning.
Good morning, Sumaya.
Yes, good morning.
And the new face that I'm seeing today.
Yes, thank you. All right, go ahead with your thoughts.
This superstitious something, I think in our religions, but I don't know, but Islamically, superstition is not something for somebody to believe in. And actually, you make mention in your statement that something of similar happened here in Adamawa State. It's true. It happened in one town under some local government. That even lead to a policeman being conscripted into the issue. Now the policeman is cooling his feet at the gola. While, now imagine that somebody will come and tell you that your daughter is a witch. Where did that came from? Yeah? And then you hold line and sinker, accepted that. And as a security officer, you follow test, lead to the extent of killing that person. Nobody created human being. It's only God that created human being, and it's only God that can kill somebody. Even if you are not well, you die. God predestined that you will die that way, not any other way. So, but yeah, let us be frank with ourselves.
But Usman, do you believe in witchcraft in general? Because we know that.
I don't believe in witchcraft. I don't subscribe to that. I'm a full Muslim. I don't believe in that.
But don't you think, people take, witchcraft to even religion to drag out that, even during the Prophet Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there was a
Sumaya, forget about those people. They are not truly religious. Sumaya, I'm telling you, they are not truly religious. If you are truly religious, you cannot believe in witchcraft. What type of witchcraft? Are you the one who created you?
All right, so thank you so much, Usman, for that wonderful
Sumaya, I think it's that time you people in the media should take it as a challenge to embrace people on this kind of development. It's cankerous to our society. Sumaya. Thank you very much and God bless you.
Thank you so much, Usman, for that wonderful contribution. And in the kind of situation, I think the CP actually took it upon himself to say, okay, we need to investigate this. And they came out and made a statement, a televised statement where they mentioned that it is all fake. There is nothing like someone going to your house to use your restroom and then all of a sudden the person bewitches you, that it's not possible. Which is kind of a very contrary, to what people are saying already. And it boils down to so could it be real or not? Because some people are saying they have first-hand experience.
Okay, so as Usman said, it's not a thing, but you were quoting, I think, in time of the Holy Prophet, that something
there were a history of witches.
So and if we're being funny, we go back. There's something we call the Salem witch trials. Remember that in America,
All right, let's hold on to that one. We have another call. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Your name, please.
Could you tell us your name, please?
Dr. Tewas from Makudi, Benue State.
Okay, thank you for
How's
joining
Makudi
us.
this morning?
You say?
How is Makudi this morning?
It's very fine.
Okay. So what's your take on the issue being discussed? Do you believe in witchery and
Yes, go ahead, please. Please stay away from your TV set.
Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Please, could you go ahead? Go ahead.
Hello. Being a team man, we have a lot of. Okay. Hello.
All right, please, I need you to, stay away from your TV set if you want us to hear you. You cannot be talking to us and then be waiting for a response from your TV.
Being a team man, we have a lot of things like that. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
You have a lot of that in Makodi or where?
We have from Makodi.
Okay.
We got a lot of things that happen in our place like that. We see a lot of people who come to you and tell you. I say we have a lot of it in Benue State, especially this Benue State.
things will happen and somebody will come to and tell you that your mother is a witch. This person is a witch. How do you know that person is a witch? You cannot treat a witch, say somebody is a witch who has taken care of you, who has given birth to you, or you have given birth to a child and the child is sick. You are not even taking the child to the hospital. And from there, you kill the child because a witch. Why would you just kill somebody like that? You need to be at least take that person to, if it is spiritual, you take it to, if a Christian take it to a pastor, they know there's a real pastor that can treat that kind of illness or can remove the witchcraft and whatever from the person, just like TB used to do. You kill somebody and say that person is a witch. So it's not done that way. God has those days where they do all those things. So I don't believe in killing somebody because that person is a witch, it's this and that. I don't believe in that.
But do you believe in witchcraft too?
I think that's the question.
I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that because if you're a Christian, you take that person to a pastor. If I'm Muslim, you take to a mere imam, and they have the power to do everything. So we don't need to be doing all those things. Please. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, as he was speaking, you know, it dawned on me that I think one of the reasons why this is a thing is we have our movie writers.
Yes, encouraging that
a lot of part of it, and you know,
but it's fiction, though. I mean, we've seen even the Korean movies going with the myth, you know, mythical stories and all that.
You say it's fiction, but you know, Precious Ozoko says that she actually experienced those things that she acted out to people.
All right, we have another call. Yeah, good morning, Obiora. Where are you calling from? Are you with us, Obiora?
Obiora, good morning. Can you hear us?
All right, I think you need to call us back in order to talk with us. Do not forget that you can send in your message just via WhatsApp, of course. All right, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Your name and location, please. Please stay away from your TV set. Just reduce the volume. Please turn down the volume of your TV set so that we can talk to you.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, your name and location, please. Okay, I think we lost that caller. Please, before you call us, stay away from your TV set or reduce the volume so that we can talk to you via the phone, not via your TV. All right, good morning.
Hello?
Anambra State.
Yes, your name and location, please.
Hello?
Your name and location, please. Go ahead.
Okay, I didn't believe on such a thing, and then I felt some churches are telling lies. So I said from Anambra State.
Okay, thank you so much for calling from Anambra State. Continue with your opinion.
Please turn down the volume of your TV set.
Because they are just...
All right, please, I think we need to off that because we are not communicating at the moment, and that is what is happening. You know, when you don't stay away from your TV set, when you want to hear yourself or hear us from your TV, then we won't be able to communicate, which is a waste of call, you know. So please do stay away from your TV set or turn down the volume and talk to us via phone. When you drop your call, then you can go back to your TV and let's talk about this serious issue.
I understand the need to want to hear your voice on air, but at the moment when you're calling us, that won't be possible. However, you can always go back to the YouTube page and watch the video and get to hear yourself.
Of course. All right, so, you know, we're talking about this witchcraft situation that has eaten deep. There is that belief, yes, and the movies were encouraging the whole belief, but some people would actually swear that they have witnessed that firsthand, just like you mentioned Patience Uzoku.
You know, she said all that wickedness that she was meting out in the movies, how she was very mean. She said why she could do it so well, because it was done to her. Now, of course, I do not know, you know, if the witchery part of it and the going to the herbalist and that was done to her, but she said that she actually has first-hand experience of being seen.
Okay. All right, so we have another caller. Emmanuel, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, thank you for joining us. How is Lafia?
Lafia is great. I'm good.
All right, go ahead with your thoughts.
Yes, as for me, I don't believe in anything like witchcraft or witches or whatever. It
Why is
doesn't
that?
exist. Yes, like when you're a Christian, I don't think you should have any mind of you believing, or even if you're a Muslim. It's only those that are in the traditional world that feels something like that exists. But there's no witch, no witchcraft, nothing that exists. It's only in our minds. And we accusing people about witches is just trying to tell false stories of human beings. That's so there's nothing like witchcraft. That's my belief.
All right.
And that's what God says, because God says I have powers over everything. Me, as a human being, I have powers over everything. So anything I say works for me.
All right. Thank you so much, Emmanuel, for that contribution.
You know, but I think we're making a mistake because we're making it look like an African problem. But let's be honest, we watch a lot of movies. Harry Potter is built on
the witchery
basically. So, and over there they have the good witch and the bad witch, and of course maybe that's the reason why people are afraid of cats is because over there witches have cats. So you see, this whole thing is, I think it's still about maybe what's being propagated in movies, especially, and what we see on our screens. Those are the kind of things that make you say, oh, maybe it's true, or maybe there's this, or maybe there's that, you know. That kind of thing. So
that's true. There is always that mindset, and it comes with, you know, your thoughts of it could happen. But because we saw a video of one of the women that was beaten in Kano State, and she was bruised, you know, she was bleeding from the head, and someone still came and spanked her or hit her, and then someone was like, no, don't do that, don't. And she was crying, and there is nobody to actually defend her. There is nobody that would be like, no, she is not. And there is nothing she could do to tell these people, I am not a witch.
My question is this, even if she were a witch, right? Why don't you just go and pray to God? Why are you beating her? Will you beat the witchery out of her?
I don't understand. All right, we have another caller. Good morning.
Good morning. Enes is my name.
Okay, thank you for joining us this morning. Go ahead with your thoughts.
So, because you don't believe on something doesn't mean you don't believe. It's like people, atheists, they call them, they say there is no God. You know, they say there is no God, but does it mean that there is no God? There is God. If you don't believe in witchcraft, doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Don't make a blank statement. We are Africans. Witchcraft even exists even in European countries. In the olden times, they when they catch witchcraft in England, they burn them at the stakes. These are European countries, so we all have our own here. So let us not say it doesn't exist. Make a blank statement. Because you don't believe in something doesn't mean it doesn't exist. It exists.
Okay, so what do you think we should do? What do you think needs to be done about it?
It's a society. Witchcraft is as old as man. Even the Bible says, "Suffer not a witch to live." That means there are witchcraft. So for what? It's a spiritual thing.
Okay, thank you so much.
It's a spiritual thing, so you have to handle it in a spiritual way. It's not a physical thing. So many witches have come to confess of the evil they have done. So let us not say it exists.
But could it be black magic too?
Yes, it's associated with black magic.
Okay, so that's where it comes from, you know, going to the herbalists to start a black magic thing, and then you become a branded witch.
Associated with black magic, yes, definitely.
Okay, thank you so much for calling with that thought.
Thank you.
At the end of the day, Chavaka, I feel everybody is going to point to the government. Okay, government, could you talk to the spiritual leaders to help sort out this issue?
Your spiritual life has no, it's a thing between you and your creator. So if you decide to do good, he blesses you. If you want to do bad, it's left for him to decide if he wants to bless you or not. So if you don't believe in it, as the other
I meant something needs to be done, you know, in case of not hitting these people. When you get them, they should take them to a head. You're
talking about witchery when people are beating people for stealing.
Yeah, true. All right, we have another caller there. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Are you with us? All right, please make sure you stay away from a TV set if you want to call in and send in your messages, in order to talk about these particular issues. Is witchery real or tales? What is your belief? What is your take on this situation? Because a lot of innocent people, have gotten killed, because of that accusations, and there is nobody to actually defend them. So what is your take on that? Please go ahead.
I think generally at the end of the day it boils down to mob behavior. You understand? Mob behavior. Just report to the pastor or to the village head or to the tribal head something. Hello, Daniel.
Hello. Yeah, good morning.
Daniel, good morning. How's Kwara this morning?
Kwara is fine.
Okay.
So
what's your take?
Yeah. Yes. My little contribution to your program this morning, I'm putting you live now. I've seen a lot of people commenting that they don't believe in witchcraft. But I want you to know the fact that even our religious belief also believes in witchcraft. Just like somebody I've commented before, talks about suffer not a witch to live, which means the Bible gives credence to witchcraft. And we are also made to understand that we are not fighting flesh and blood, but principalities and powers and witches in spiritual realms. So we should believe that witches live. And, I don't know the sentiment of people that believe. You see, when we say that we don't believe in the devil or black magic or witches or whatever, we are only deceiving ourselves. These things exist, and we see it, and we see their handwork. And just like somebody said just now, people are confessing to this act of witchcraft. Whenever we go to our religious places, maybe in the churches or in the Quranic crusade or whatever things, we see people confessing to being a witch or being a witchcraft or whatever things, and they are really giving their life back to God. So we should not, anybody who believes that the devil does, it's just like when you say the witches is not true, or witchcraft is not true, it's like saying the devil does not exist. So let's not deceive ourselves. The devil exists, and the devil has a lot of demons that work with him, and part of these demons are these witches and witchcraft we are talking about. So people, just like someone said now, these things are associated with spirituality, but not just spirituality. These things are real. People are being initiated into cultism. People are being initiated into witchcraft. People are being initiated into all these kind of evil things. They exist, and no one should deny that they don't exist. I think what we should be talking about is the solution to all this. Should we catch a witch and beat them to death? That is jungle justice. We should be discouraged. The government should have a provision. Presently now, there is no provision in our constitution to arrest a witch and take them to the station. If you arrest them and take them, just for safety, because our law does not believe in juju. So therefore, the government should look into that aspect and maybe make a provision to provide for the safety of whoever is caught in the heart of witch or witchcraft or whatsoever. That is just the only thing we should be talking about. But someone denying that they don't exist, or it is a tale or something, it is not real. That's my submission. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Daniel, for that.
Yeah, wonderful contribution there. And he made, certain points. So if we should say, okay, fine, because it would be a hard, situation to knock out that belief in Africans. It would be hard for you to change that narrative that it does not exist. So, but the main issue is there are people that are suffering, like the 2-year-old situation.
From repercussions of someone else's belief or ideology.
Or you get hit, or you get mobbed, attacked. Because of that, those whole, the jungle justice things happening. So now that is the main problem, because nobody is branded witch, on the forehead. So you don't really know, and it is hitting innocent people. So how do we curtail that? Now that is the possible solutions that we are looking at. Okay, we have Simon rather. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Simon from Benue. Go ahead.
It's a very interesting topic.
Thank you.
The Bible recognizes witch. I don't know what the Holy Al-Quran talk about it. I witnessed a man that killed the son, and he confesses it because the elder brother, the older son to the man, confronted the father, and he said yes, he's the one that killed. So it's not something we're going to deny. Whether
Simon, so since it is there, we already know, you're believing that it exists. So what should be the solution? Talking about people getting beaten or getting starved, because they are branded witches.
The solution is to reprimand anyone who is into that practice. The family, it should be a family thing, because we don't have a space in the Nigerian Constitution that talk anything about it. So it should be the family thing. If I know my mother is a witch, I should reprimand my mother.
Okay, so
if it is my father, if it is my brother or anything, I need to believe in God. You should take him to the church so that he can be delivered.
Okay, so
because it's a demonic act.
Simon, if we understand you correctly, are you saying that the people who are beating them don't have a role to play? They should keep it. I want to understand what you're saying. We're asking, do you think that jungle justice, mob actions is the best response when you find somebody who claims to be into black magic or witchery?
Of course, jungle justice is not a way to go, but sometimes, for instance, if I so love my younger brother so dearly, and my mother confesses that she's responsible for the death, I may not think twice. I may hit my mother to death. So it's not like a jungle justice is a way to go, but we don't have any other way to go now than that for now.
Oh, wow. But has there been any kind of situation like that in the
Have you ever experienced one around you?
Pardon?
Have you had to be involved or experience this kind of situation around you?
Not really, but I've seen many of examples in my community where the older children confronted it's not one, it's not two. In fact, some lost their life. They were killed by their own blood, the son.
That's a really sad situation.
Very sad.
Thank you so much.
It's so sad anyway, but shouldn't have been involved in that for the first instance. It's so sad.
Thank you so much, Simon, for that wonderful contribution there. It's something that is there. It's not going anywhere anytime soon, but the jungle justice is what we are against. But of course, we want to hear from you. How other best solution, could we use that one? All right, right now, I think that we will be picking the last call, right now. Good morning, Isa.
Good morning.
Yes, thank you for joining us, Isa Abdul Salam. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Thank you. From the last two callers have really made it clear that they are witches. I wanted to start from there, but my solution is a solution. To me, if a witch is caught, I don't think he or she deserves any mercy because they are merciless. They don't have pity for their own kids, for their wives, or for their husbands. They are wicked. So if my opinion is to be something that will go by, I would say they should immediately. I don't think they have any solution to cure their destiny, because after you leave them today, tomorrow they'll go back to a worse situation. So I believe they should just meet them with jungle justice. They are all over.
That's extreme. There are situations.
That's very,
Yes, there is redemption. There is the human.
You're taking away the place of second chances and getting better and all that.
And also, let's not forget, some will not even confess that they are witches.
And some of them are not even witches. It could even be somebody just being mean to them.
Yes, we've had that situations like that.
What I'm saying is not when you heard a rumor, just jumping to conclusion. When you caught somebody red-handed and she confesses or he confesses that actually he has done this, you understand?
That is what I'm saying. It's not maybe you're just walking by and you heard something is happening. You don't even know what happened. Then you just jump to the conclusion and start attacking. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if there is a concrete evidence against the person, with evidence, as in clear evidence that this person has done this, or he did it to you, or your son or your daughter, I don't think any pastor, any man will come and say, okay, let's give him a chance. I witness from Kogi State. You understand? They've given so much to a woman who has taken away almost 4 of our own children. But what happened? At the end, she keep coming back to say, she repent, church from one church to the other, but still, at the end, what happened? You have to kill her. If they had done the killing before the second happened, that would have stopped. And that's not the, after they kill her, she still transferred that into one of her own child again. See how it goes.
So it's transferable.
Yeah,
have no mercy.
It all comes
So I
with
don't
the
think-
initiation and all that. All right, thank
Yeah.
you so much, Issa. But at the end of the
You're
day,
welcome.
2 wrongs cannot make a
Make a
right,
right,
and
yes.
there is no justification for taking a life. So it all boils down to finding another solution, which it seems we haven't, weren't able to reach this morning. But anyways, thank you so much, everyone that called in and the people that sent in messages, because I'm sure you did, though we haven't received any this morning yet. But thank you so much for trying to reach us. And thank you so much for all your contribution on today's episode. Now, if the needs might arise in future, we might decide to bring this and bring further, stakeholders involved in all these things that could bring a solution to this particular societal issues.